Sam Elliott is the cowboy with the gravel voice, the man Hollywood trusted to keep the West alive. He has a stare, but behind that stare, Sam Elliott carried grudges that are darker than anyone could have imagined. The names that Sam Elliott dropped stunned Hollywood. These were names, people who won Oscars, people who are legends, at the box office, even a man that Sam Elliott once called a brother. All these people did something that Sam Elliott thinks is unforgivable. They betrayed the code of truth that Sam Elliott built his life upon. I do not think I can guess any name. Let's find out if I am right or wrong about the name. I will try to guess a name. We will see if it is correct or not. The name is what I am trying to guess. Number 1, Benedict Cumberbatch. The big fight that made headlines in 2021 is what we should talk about first. The Power of the Dog was a deal at the Oscars, and most people who write about movies liked how it showed men in the West. The Power of the Dog was different. That is what people liked about it. Sam Elliott did not like The Power of the Dog. When Sam Elliott was on the podcast with Mark Maron, he said what he thought. Sam Elliott said The Power of the Dog was a movie, and he did not think it was a true picture of what it is like to be a cowboy. The Power of the Dog was not something Sam Elliott liked all. Benedict Cumberbatch, the actor, was the target of some really harsh comments. People were saying mean things about him. What does this British guy know about the American West? Elliott said in a tone. He did not like Benedict Cumberbatch all. For Elliott, it was not about Benedict Cumberbatch doing a bad job. It was about Benedict Cumberbatch not being genuine. Elliott thought Benedict Cumberbatch was not authentic. Benedict Cumberbatch had really committed to this role. He learned how to do ranch work. He stayed in character even when the cameras were not rolling. He even put up with conditions on set. To Elliott, Benedict Cumberbatch still seemed like he was pretending. The way he spoke with an accent, the way he stood up so straight, it all felt like a show. It did not feel like the life of a rancher. It felt like Benedict Cumberbatch was just playing a part in a movie about ranchers. Number 2, Kevin Costner. Now we are at one of the ironic rivalries. This is about Sam Elliott and Kevin Costner. They both became famous in Hollywood because of the roles they played. They both played the role of a cowboy in movies, and this image has stayed with them until now. People who know them say that Sam Elliott never thought Kevin Costner was very good at playing a cowboy in the Old West. Sam Elliott and Kevin Costner are still known for these roles. For Elliott, being real is not something you show. It is what keeps him going. He grew up in California, where he learned about the life on a ranch, and he used that in his acting. The way he walks slow, the way he pauses with a voice, the way he says more with silence than with words. Costner, on the hand, is a big star from Hollywood, all shiny and perfect. He won awards for Dances with Wolves, became a famous cowboy on TV with Yellowstone, loved by millions of people. But to Elliott, all of that is just fake. It is not real. It is a show. Elliott said something that really hurt. He said that the man plays a rancher like he is just pretending to be one. This comment was very mean. It was like Elliott thought the man, Costner, was just playing dress up as a cowboy. He did not think Costner was a cowboy. He thought he was just acting like one because he did not really understand what it means to be a cowboy. The cowboy way of life is not something you can pretend to be. It is a way of living. Number 3, Nicolas Cage. Sliding into the spot is Nicolas Cage, a man whose career has been really all over the place, like a big storm in the desert. People think Nicolas Cage is a brave actor who can play many different roles, but Sam Elliott does not see Nicolas Cage that way. To Sam Elliott, the way Nicolas Cage acts is actually the opposite of what acting's supposed to be. Elliott has always thought that it is good to hold back. He likes to stop and think, look at people and say nothing. That is where you find the truth. Elliott believes this. Cage is different. He is known for being wild and crazy, and for doing things that are very surprising. His performances are like plays. They do not feel real. Elliott and Cage are not alike. Elliott likes to be calm and quiet. Cage likes to be loud and wild. When Ghost Rider was being made in 2007, you could see that Elliott and Cage did not get along. Elliott was calm and in charge. He did things in a controlled way. Cage was totally different. He would rush through scenes with a lot of energy and excitement. Elliott never told Cage what he thought of him to his face. When the camera was not rolling, Elliott was very honest about what he thought. He said that Cage was firework than flame. This was a thing to say about Cage. It showed that Elliott did not like the way Cage acted in movies. He thought Cage was more about putting on a show than actually acting well. Elliott and Cage worked on Ghost Rider together. They had very different ideas about how to make a good movie. Number 4, Jared Leto. Sam Elliott really does not like it when actors make a show. If you want to know who he really dislikes, it is Jared Leto. Sam Elliott and Jared Leto never worked together on a movie. Sam Elliott still talks about how much he dislikes him years later. For Sam Elliott, acting is a thing that is about being quiet, honest, and meaningful. Jared Leto is a story. He is known for being very extreme and doing things to get into character. Like the time he sent rats to his co-stars when they were making the movie Suicide Squad. He also likes to stay in character even when the camera is not rolling, which can be really annoying. Jared Leto always seems to be making headlines with his behavior, and Sam Elliott does not like that at all. Sam Elliott thinks that acting should be about the work, not about showing off. Jared Leto does the opposite. He turns every movie he's in into a big spectacle. To Elliott, that wasn't dedication. It was humiliation. Elliott once said to a friend that he thinks Jared Leto is acting like acting is a carnival. This one comment really showed how disgusted Elliott was. Elliott had disagreements with Benedict Cumberbatch and Kevin Costner. At least they were talking about a movie. His dislike for Jared Leto was different. It was not about the way Jared Leto acted. It was about what Jared Leto believed in his values. Elliott really did not like Jared Leto's values. Number 5, Ashton Kutcher. Sam Elliott is different from the people on this list. He actually worked with Ashton Kutcher on the Netflix show The Ranch. What happened on the set of The Ranch shows how much Sam Elliott dislikes certain things. Ashton Kutcher is a star in Hollywood. He was in a lot of sitcoms and romantic comedies. He also invests in technology companies. Has a lot of people following him on social media. Sam Elliott is from a time. He had to work hard for a long time to get people to respect him. He did a lot of roles that nobody really noticed. Over time, people started to think he was a great actor because he is tough and talented. These two men were like night and day. It was only a matter of time before they clashed. When they were filming, Elliott was always on his behavior. He would show up on time, say his lines in that voice of his, and never yell at anyone. But the people who worked behind the scenes saw the way he looked at the guy. His eyes would get all narrow, and he would shake his head really quietly. The two men, Elliott and the other guy, they were just so different. This was pretty obvious to everyone on set. Elliott was a pro, but you could tell he was not happy with the other man, and it was only a matter of time before things got really bad between the two men. One person who knows what is going on remembered hearing Elliott say, "He is a guy, but he is not a real actor." Then he said something meaner. He acts like a guy who learned how to act from watching YouTube videos. For Elliott, who had worked hard for a long time to earn people's respect, Ashton Kutcher represented a system that gives people fame very easily, where being charming and getting a lot of views is more important than being talented and having real-life experiences. Elliott thought that Ashton Kutcher got famous because of this system. Number 6, Jane Campion. Benedict Cumberbatch might have felt bad when Elliott said some things, but director Jane Campion really took the hit and fired back. This whole thing started in 2021 when Elliott trashed The Power of the Dog. He made fun of The Power of the Dog for trying hard and said a filmmaker from New Zealand should not be making a movie about cowboys. To Elliott, The Power of the Dog was not a bad movie. The Power of the Dog was not a cowboy movie in his eyes. The fight got really bad at the Directors Guild Awards in 2022. When Jane Campion got her award, she said something that surprised everyone in the room. She said, "He is not a cowboy, he is an actor." The people in the room were really shocked. With one sentence, Jane Campion hurt the image that Sam Elliott had been making for himself for a very long time. The Directors Guild Awards in 2022 was where Jane Campion and Sam Elliott had this fight. Number 7, Jeff Bridges. The last name on this list is really going to hurt. Jeff Bridges was not any other movie star to Sam Elliott. He was a friend who understood him, a man with a lot of heart and a quiet way about him. They seemed like two people who thought the way. You can see how well they got along in The Big Lebowski from 1998. In this movie, Jeff Bridges played the dude, a relaxed guy, and Sam Elliott played the stranger, a wise old man. These two characters went well together. People who watched the movie loved how well Jeff Bridges and Sam Elliott worked together. It seemed like they really respected each other when they were not acting. Jeff Bridges and Sam Elliott had a connection that people could see. After Jeff Bridges won the Oscar for Crazy Heart in 2010, things changed. People who know Jeff Bridges say he did not become full of himself away, but he became more careful about what he did and said, and he was more aware of being a big star in Hollywood. To Elliott, the change in Jeff Bridges was small. It really hurt him. In his opinion, being famous had taken away the honesty that Jeff Bridges and he once shared in their friendship with Jeff Bridges. Elliott said something in an interview that people think was about Bridges. He said that some people change. Others are just being themselves. It was not a thing to say, but it hurt because it meant that the friendship Elliott valued was over. Elliott thought that the bond between them was special. Now the brotherhood of Elliott and Bridges is gone. There was no argument and no huge fight in public, just silence. They stopped going to each other's movie openings. The friendly feeling between them was gone. And there you have it. The 7 names Sam Elliott could never forgive. What do you think? Was Elliott right to hold these grudges, or was he too harsh on Hollywood's biggest names? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.